This is Lamine Yamal, the best young player in the world, and is on his way to winning the Ballon d'Or. However, what if we reset his career and let ChatGPT control every major decision? Well, today we're going back to the very beginning of his journey, where I will try to turn him into the world's best player by winning the Ballon d'Or at Barcelona, with ChatGPT deciding his fate. So here is Lamine Yamal back at 15 years old and the very low 66 overall. However, this was before he signed a pro contract with Barcelona, so that means he will not be starting his career at the Blaugrana. So ChatGPT is gonna make his first major decision and choose his first professional club. So Mr. ChatGPT, where should Lamine Yamal kickstart his career?
I see Yamal wants to be a Barca legend. Well, he has to earn it. He will start at Crystal Palace.
And it seems like Yamal will be going to Palace. And as Yamal joins Crystal Palace to kick off his journey to win the Ballon d'Or with Barcelona, there is a huge problem as he is not good enough for the starting 11. The question is, should we loan him out or keep him here to fight for his place? So Mr. GPT, should Yamal stay at Palace?
What is Yamal scared of a little competition?
Yamal isn't scared.
Stay at Crystal Palace. Better yet, turn Yamal into a cam. See if he got the talent to replace Easy.
Replace Eze? That's gonna be difficult. ChatGPT has given Yamal 6 different challenges before winning the Ballon d'Or with Barcelona, with the first one being making his Premier League debut. So it's time for the first game of the season. Is Yamal gonna start? And yes, he is. He's about to make his debut, and it's a 3-0 victory. But sadly, Yamal doesn't score, but at least he completes his first challenge. And it seems like that Premier League debut gave him a +1, not to a 67, as his next challenge is to get 10 goals and 10 assists. And if he's able to do that, he will unlock his next move to a bigger club than Palace. But of course, if we want him to get 10 goals and 10 assists, we need to give him a development plan. And first of all, I think he needs to work in his shooting, because scoring goals is much harder than getting assists. So we're going for the shadow striker role in hopes that he gets a bunch of game time this season. And I can't believe this. Yamal played every game possible. However, he scored 0 goals and only got 3 assists. Replacing the Palace legend Eze is not gonna be easy. But now at a 70 overall, next season should be better. And sadly, Crystal Palace finished in 12. However, they are in the Conference League final. Yamal could win his first trophy. Can Lamine Yamal win his first trophy and maybe score his first professional goal? And it's going to be a 5-0 win. And yes, Yamal scores his first professional goal. However, kicking off season 2, there is some bad news, as Jean-Philippe Mateta has left the club to join Inter Milan, as he was Crystal Palace's top goal scorer last season. But to be honest, it might not be horrible news, considering Yamal only got 2 assists. It could have easily been that Yamal wasn't good enough, or maybe Yamal and Mateta, they didn't have chemistry. However, I'm wondering, Palace haven't signed a replacement. Maybe Yamal should try and go up top. So Mr. GPT, should Yamal move to striker?
Yamal at striker? Only thing that guy can finish right now are his celebrations on the pitch.
Damn.
Stay at cam, successfully replace Easy, and complete your challenge.
You know what? He's right. Let's keep Yamal at cam. If he ever wants to win the Ballon d'Or, he needs to perfect every position he plays and also fill in the boots of club legends. And his shooting stats now are looking so much better. But considering he scored his first goal in the final last year, he needs more work, as we're going to give him the shadow striker once again. But Crystal Palace are still in need of a striker, as Mateta's boots are very hard to fill. And I think the 2 perfect players to replace him is Marcus Thuram, who's sitting in Liverpool's bench, and Kai Havertz, who was shipped off to Turkey last season. But the question is, who will have the most chemistry with Yamal to help him get his 10 assists? So alright, who is the better option to connect with Yamal, Havertz or Thuram?
Is this even a question? Havertz cannot finish a chance to save his life, while Thuram is the son of a legend and a UCL finalist. Thuram is the best option for Yamal.
You know, he's right. Thuram is the best option. And as Marcus Thuram joins Crystal Palace, he joins the starting 11. But the question is, can him and Yamal build chemistry so Yamal can get his 10 assists alongside his 10 goals? And what a season for Yamal. 26 goals. However, 0 assists is not good. And I'm not sure if it's because his passing sucks. But Marcus Thuram only scored 8 goals. It seems like they didn't have any chemistry. So I hope next season ChatGPT can come up with a solution so Yamal can get his 10 goals and 10 assists in a season. But regardless, Palace finished in 9th and got knocked out of the Europa League by AC Milan. But hey, at least he's getting closer to becoming a Ballon d'Or winner. And now in season number 3, Yamal's shooting stats are incredible. So Mr. GPT, what is Yamal's problem?
Well, the problem is simple.
Simple.
Thuram was a horrible flop.
I agree, he was.
Start Nketiah for the whole season,
Wow, starting Nketiah?
but also give Yamal the playmaker role.
That is an interesting decision. But it seems like GPT has decided we're giving Yamal the playmaker role. And Marcus Thuram will now move to the bench as Eddie Nketiah will be the starter. But there is terrible news. Palace have brought in another cam in Franco Mastuano on a year-long loan. And it seems like ChatGPT has something to say.
It seems like Palace don't trust Yamal to replace Eze.
Don't trust Yamal.
Franco has joined. Complete this side quest of getting more goals and assists than Franco, or you will be benched and never win the Ballon d'Or for Barcelona.
Oh, Yamal needs to outscore Franco Mastuano. And as Franco Mastuano is the left attacking mid, Yamal needs to outperform him. And yes, Yamal has done it. He has outperformed Franco Mastuano and won't be going to the bench. But more importantly, he gets 11 goals and 13 assists, which means he completes his challenge and will be moving on to the next club. And now at a 79 overall, and as Palace finishes in mid-table, it is time for Yamal to move on. And in Season 4, Yamal is now an 80 overall. And as we transfer list him, let's ask ChatGPT what clubs or what club Yamal should go to.
Yamal has finally completed his challenge. Took him long enough.
Damn, this guy's rude.
Yamal has 3 options for clubs to go to.
3 options.
He can go with the bottle jobs of Dortmund,
Irrelevant
Villarreal, or legendary
Villarreal.
AS Roma. Choose wisely because the next challenge is even harder.
Ooh, even harder challenge? And taking a look at our first option, Borussia Dortmund have one attacking mid, and it's Julian Brandt. And Yamal is an 80 overall, so we can definitely start here. However, surely at the Bundesliga, he will never win titles over Bayern. And our second option is Villarreal. And if you look at this team, they don't play with an attacking mid, and their team is only 4 stars. And the final option is AS Roma. They do play with an attacking mid, and it seems like Roma do not have a world-class attacking mid. I think this is the perfect move. Make sure to subscribe and comment down below what club you would choose for Yamal. So as Lamine Yamal joins AS Roma, his next challenge in order to go to a bigger club than AS Roma is to go ahead to get into the team of the season in his own league. However, it seems like ChatGPT wants to say something.
Congrats to Yamal for choosing Roma.
Thank you.
However, I've changed my mind.
You changed your mind.
Yamal will be playing back at right wing from now on. He will never win the Ballon d'Or as a cam.
Oh my days, Lamine Yamal is going back to right wing. Yes, that's his original position, but I didn't check if there's any good right wingers. We could have made the wrong move. And as Lamine Yamal is a right winger now at an 81, there is terrible news as Takefusa Kubo is the right winger for Roma and he's 5 ratings higher than Yamal. That means he's gonna have to fight first place and probably won't get into the team of the season this first season. As his first development plan, we're gonna go ahead and go for the winger role because his pace is looking horrible. And at the end of the season, things did not go well. Only 23 appearances and 1 assist for Lamine Yamal, while Kubo played every single game and got 9 goals and 7 assists. But at least Yamal went up a +3. However, he's never gonna win the Ballon d'Or at Barcelona if he can't even be the best player at AS Roma, let alone the best right winger. And as AS Roma finished in 2nd place, Yamal was nowhere near the team of the season. And to kick off Season 5, Yamal is 3 overall points behind Kubo. However, Yamal is higher rated than Mikel Oyarzabal. So ChatGPT, what do you think? Should Yamal go to the left?
No way, man.
Come on.
Yamal is not a quitter. If he ever wants to play for Real Madrid's owners, Barcelona, he needs to overtake superstars like Kubo.
You know what? He is right. Yamal's not a quitter. We're staying on that right wing. And just taking a look at Yamal's stats this season, surely by next season he will be starting. But I think it's time we improve his dribbling and his passing, so we're gonna go for the right playmaker role this season. So let's go to the end of this season because I have a good feeling he will be a starter. But hold on, ChatGPT has given another side quest.
Side quest time. If Yamal can help Roma to a cup final, as Yamal will be played in cup games, Kubo will be moved to the attacking mid position.
Kubo will be moved.
If you fail this, Yamal will never play for Barca.
Oh, boys, we cannot fail this. If Kubo can move to a cam, Yamal can play every single game next season and surely get into the team of the season. And boys, there is some great news. Roma are in the semis of the Coppa Italia. So let's see if they go ahead and win the first leg, and it's a 3-0 win as Yamal fails to score. And surely with a 3-0 lead, Roma are going to the final and Yamal will be a starter as Kubo gets moved to the middle. But it's a 4-0 loss. They have actually bottled it. Kubo is not getting moved and Roma is not in the final. And let's just go to the very end of the season. Maybe ChatGPT is right. Yamal will never play or win the Ballon d'Or with Barcelona. There is good news, however, as Yamal got 15 goals and 5 assists. He is now in 86 overall. I think despite Kubo now moving to the attacking mid role, Yamal will be a starter next season. And as Roma miss out on the league title, Takefusa Kubo makes it team of the season. So as long as Yamal starts, I think he will get it next season. And as season number 6 begins, ChatGPT has something to say.
The challenges only get harder from here.
Damn, they are
if Yamal fails to get in the team of the season, he will be forced out of Roma to another club at the same level.
Forced to leave Roma? Boys, he needs to get that team of the season. And just look at Lamine Yamal, 86 overall at just 21. And with stats looking like this, there's no chance he doesn't get into the team of the season. But regardless, we'll be giving Yamal the inside forward plan to try to get that finishing as high as possible. And it's Yamal's best ever season, 30 goals, 11 assists, now at a 90 overall. Surely, he's in the team of the season. And as Roma once again miss out on the league title, Yamal somehow is in the team of the season. Kubo taking over him. No, bro, Lamine Yamal got robbed, which means he has yet to complete his challenge and will be leaving AS Roma next season. And now in season 7, Yamal has been transfer listed. Let's see where ChatGPT will be sending him.
I cannot believe Yamal couldn't hack it in the Serie A. I warned you Yamal would have to leave.
Where's he going?
So he must get into the team of the season in La Liga.
La Liga, okay.
At the irrelevant Villarreal.
Oh, Villarreal, man. Roma and Villarreal are at the same level in real life. But come on, Yamal helped Roma become title battlers. So sadly, Lamine Yamal will be joining Villarreal. But I hope I can get team of the season right away so he can move on to a bigger club and not stay here forever. And as Lamine Yamal is the best player in this team, I don't like the fact that he's playing at right mid. However, ChatGPT says he will help us.
Don't worry, Yamal has had it hard enough.
Yeah, it's been
Change
tough.
to a 4-3-3 so Yamal can have the best chance at getting into the team of the season.
Let's go. We get to go to Yamal's best formation. So Villarreal are now playing a 4-3-3. And surely that the best players in this league are Bellingham, Vinny, and Mbappe. Are none of them are right wingers. Yamal should get into that team of the season quite nicely, as we're going for the winger role once again. And it's another great season. 31 goals, 12 assists, went up to a 93. There is no chance he's not in the team of the season. And as Yamal dragged Villarreal to second place, he finally gets into the team of the season and completes his next challenge, which means he unlocks his next club. But remember that ChatGPT said before, the challenges are only gonna get harder. So I wonder what club he is going to. And as Yamal is transfer listed, let's see what the options are this time around.
Well, Yamal has finally done it.
Yeah, he did.
Great
finally.
job. Yamal has 3 new options to join. He can join the Bottle Jobs Arsenal, join Atletico, who are allergic to trophies, or Liverpool.
Okay,
Take your pick, because Yamal's next challenge has to do with trophies.
Ooh, okay, the next challenge has to do with trophies. So you'd think we just joined Liverpool over Atletico and Arsenal. Well, first of all, last season, Liverpool did finish in 6th place. So I'm not sure they're in the position to win trophies. And our second option, the Bottle Jobs Arsenal. They have a right winger who's 92 overall. That is definitely someone's region. I just don't know whose. And our final option is Atletico. They do lack a right winger, but they do have a right mid at 86 overall, and Yamal can easily start. However, if I want to stay in La Liga, I'd rather go to Barcelona or stay at Villarreal. So I think it's going to be between Liverpool and Arsenal. And the decision has been made. Yamal will be joining Liverpool, as his next challenge is to win his first league title. But as you can see in this team, other than Yamal, Birch, and Williams, the rest of this Liverpool side is not good anymore. I can see why they finished 6th. So I think I'm going to ask ChatGPT to make some transfers to help Yamal win the Premier League. All right, ChatGPT, we need at least 5 different signings this season. Can I make all of them?
You can only sign 2 players, one in each position. Go for a center back and a center midfielder.
Dang, man. You know what? I would take the center back and center mid. But Lautaro Martinez is just not up for it anymore. Yamal's gonna have to prove he can carry the side. So the 2 players I've brought in to help Lamine Yamal is Vuskovic, an 87 rated center back, and Alexander Pavlovic, an 87 rated center mid. As this team is looking so much better, but can Lamine Yamal carry this team? And what a great first season for Yamal at Liverpool. 36 goals, 11 assists, but sadly didn't go up in overall. Did they somehow win the Premier League title straight away? And unfortunately, that was not the case as City win the Premier League. But Yamal is getting ever closer to eventually joining Barcelona and winning that Ballon d'Or. And in season number 9, if we can make the right signings here, Liverpool should be winning the Premier League title this year. So ChatGPT, we need a striker, center mid, and even a left back.
Once again, no striker. Yamal isn't going to have it easy.
He's right.
If he wants to win the Ballon d'Or, he needs to continue to carry teams. So sign a left back and a center mid.
Left back and center mid. So it looks like we will be signing a left back and a center mid. And we still cannot sign a striker. So the two signings we have brought in is Lucas Bergvall from Tottenham and Lewis Hall from Newcastle United. And this team is looking like a Premier League winning side apart from Lautaro Martinez. And at this point, Lamine Yamal is one of the best players in the world. And in terms of development plan, his pace is still somehow looking weak. But I was about to sim to the end of the season. ChatGPT has given us a side quest.
Side quest time again. If you beat City in the Community Shield, you may sign a striker in January.
Ooh.
Good luck, don't fail like usual.
But it's time for the final. Can he go ahead and beat City to get a striker in January? It's a 4-3 victory as Yamal gets a goal in the final. And we have now arrived in January and Liverpool are leading the league race, but only by 3 points. And the striker I am going to sign is Samu, Yamal's Spanish teammate. And as Samu is joining Liverpool, surely this lineup will be winning the Premier League title. And it's another brilliant season for Yamal with 37 goals and 14 assists. Now at a 96 overall, did Liverpool secure that Prem title? And yes, they have done it. Yamal is a Premier League winner as he completes his next challenge. Let's see what's next with ChatGPT.
All right, Yamal has one challenge left to go.
One challenge, come on.
Then he could go to Barca and complete his final one to secure the Ballon d'Or.
Come on, what is it? What is it?
His next challenge is to be the top scorer in a UCL season.
But ChatGPT forgot. Yamal was in the Champions League this season. Maybe he already completed that challenge as well. And yes, Yamal has done his 16 goals. The top goal scorer of the Champions League. That's his second to last challenge completed, which means we can go to Barcelona. And finally, Lamine Yamal is joining FC Barcelona as ChatGPT is about to give us our last challenge.
All right, this is the last you will hear from me.
Last time?
But your last challenge is to win the UCL to win Yamal the Ballon d'Or. You guys have made me proud. Everyone subscribe.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody subscribe. And look at Lamine Yamal and Barca's new kits. If you want these kits in your career mode, check out the link in the description. And as Lamine Yamal is in the starting 11, I think this team can win the Champions League right away. Let's make ChatGPT proud. And it's Yamal's best ever season. 49 goals, 18 assists at a 97 overall. Did he reach the Champions League final? In the round of 16, they beat Leipzig. In the quarters, they beat Liverpool, his old club. And in the semis, they beat United. And in the final, they're facing Reject FC. Let's hope Yamal can finish the job. But it's now time to find out, can he win the Champions League and potentially win the Ballon d'Or? And it's going to be a 4-1 victory as Yamal scores a hat-trick. So of course, he wins the Ballon d'Or. And if you guys enjoyed this video, click on the screen and watch me play the entire career of Max Dowman.